International financial institutions and export credit agencies often call the Indian state of Orissa the powerhouse of the country because of its coal and mineral reserves. But the state has now become a hotbed of controversy in the debate over India's energy policies. 4,000 local residents from the hills around the village of Kashipur gathered Sunday to express their anger over another proposed mining project in the region. Last month, police shot and killed 3 local residents who opposed the project. Kashipur is just the latest flashpoint in a broader controversy over global energy policy. Local residents say mega projects pushed by international lending agencies are taking away their land, destroying the environment, and giving nothing back to the people of India.
They took my land.
The government took Chitta Rajat's land to build an 800-acre fly ash pond to hold the ash of the National Thermal Power Company's plant in Talcher, one of dozens in the state. The government promised him a job at that plant. 10 years later, he still has no job and no land to farm. "I am hungry," he says. Surinda Prataji retained his land near the National Alumina Company's power plant. But the land is poisoned from the fly ash that fills the air and has contaminated the soil and drinking water supplies for the village.
The company itself said this land cannot be used for 5 years.
The Talcher plants have killed the Brahmani River and contaminated local drinking water supplies throughout the region. Despite all the electricity being produced, 3 out of 5 people in Orissa have no electricity. Each day, more are losing their land. It's no coincidence that all of these incidents are happening in Orissa, the first Indian state to privatize its power sector at the behest of international lending agencies. The privatization started a stampede of energy-intensive, export-oriented industries to Orissa, like coal and aluminum, which have transformed the state from an idyllic region that Jawaharlal Nehru called the Switzerland of India to a smoky, contaminated, hazardous waste zone, sinking thousands of people into poverty and even death. Environmentalists say Orissa is just a preview of global environmental and human degradation resulting from policies set by international lending agencies, including the World Bank. They say these policies are violating human rights and contributing to the world's global climate crisis. Orissa's former finance minister, now retired, used to support mega projects funded by the World Bank and international credit agencies. He's changed his mind.
But I'm completely against it now.
In response to the crisis, international human rights and environmental groups held a conference recently in the city of Ranchi in India.
For the first time, coal has been taken up as an issue and discussed intensively by different groups of people.
Conference delegates called on the World Bank and international credit agencies to cease funding of fossil fuel projects and begin compensation for the widespread damage that has been done. Conference delegates say these themes will be highlighted again this spring on Earth Day. For residents of Kashipur and around India, that date can't come a moment too soon. This is Beth Solomon for Planet Vox.